10 projects involving 4,246 crore taka approved at the Executive Committee of National Economic Council (ECNEC). European Investment Bank Vice President met with Chief Advisor, Interim Government preparing to arrange local government elections side by side general elections, says Professor Mohammad Yunus. BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia arrives in London in an air ambulance for advanced treatment. Mother meets son after 7 years. The next appeal hearing of BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia in Zia Orphanage Trust corruption case will be held tomorrow. Kamrul Islam, Junaid Ahmed Polo, Kamal Ahmed Mojumdar and Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamoon have been shown arrested in new case. Sale of TCB goods through smart card begins. There is no dearth of rice in the country. The price rising due to stock reason. The market will soon under control, says Commerce Advisor. Mass rally held at Shohid Minar seeking proper investigation and trial of BDR killing. The affected people demands resolution of all cases and rehabilitation soon. The chilly weather again grips the country. Country's lowest temperature, 12.8 degrees Celsius, was recorded in Joshua today. More than 50 Palestinians killed in Israeli attacks in Gaza. United Arab Emirates holds talks with USA and Israel regarding forming post-war government in Gaza. And in Colombo, Bangladesh under-19 women cricket team beat Sri Lanka by 4 wickets in the 4-match T20 series. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Tasnum Tassim. Welcome you to News at 10. You've just heard the headlines, now moving on to the details. Executive Committee of National Economic Council (ECNEC) gave approval to 10 projects, including 2 gas well drilling projects. The approval was given at the ECNEC meeting presided over by ECNEC Chairperson Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus today. The 10 new projects involving 4,246 crore and 72 lakh taka were approved. Of these, 6 projects are new while 4 others are revised. The new projects are construction of Chattogram tax building, conservation dredging of Poshur channel of Mongla port, the second phase of strengthening of nutrition project through the production of pulses and oilseed, boosting agricultural production through surface water management and use in Sylhet division, drilling of Dupitila 1 and Koilash Tila 9 wells, and the construction of Bangladesh Buddhist monastery complex at Lumbini Confederation area, Nepal project. Later, briefing newsman planning advisor Dr. Wahiduddin Mahmood said that the government will provide 3,632 crore taka to implement the projects. 205 crore and 79 lakh taka will be available as loan from the project, while 408 crore and 92 lakh taka will from organizations' own funding. High officials, including members of the Advisory Council, secretaries of various ministries and members of Planning Commission were present. The Vice President of the European Investment Bank, Nicola Beer, has assured the interim government of its help in carrying out vital reforms it had undertaken. She made the comments when she met the Chief Advisor of Professor Mohammad Yunus at the State Guest House Jomuna in Dhaka today. We back the interim government and its reform agenda, she said, adding that the EU has the technical expertise to provide the support. Nicola Beer said, "Everything we can do, please ask." Professor Mohammad Yunus sought EIB help in tackling corruption, the green transition in energy, and formulating a broader plan for the Sundarbans mangrove forest and the surrounding region and river system. He also sought EIB support in building facilities in Chittagong port for the development of the people in eastern Bangladesh and water management in northern Bangladesh. The chief advisor said the development in eastern Bangladesh is the largest port in the region and will also benefit eastern India and Myanmar. Professor Yunus elaborated on the interim government plans to hold the next general election and local government elections. He said the interim government was also simultaneously preparing for local government elections to make sure that local government is really local and a government. Special Envoy to the Chief Advisor Lutfi Siddiq, BIDA Chairman Ashik Mahmood Chaudhry, Senior Secretary for SDG Affairs Lamia Morshid, ERD Secretary Shahriar Kader Siddiqui, EU Ambassador to Dhaka Michael Miller were present on the occasion. BNP chairperson and former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia reached London this afternoon by special air ambulance. The air ambulance carrying her landed at Heathrow International Airport in London at 2:55 p.m. Bangladesh time. Bangladesh Acting High Commissioner in London, Mohammad Hazrat Ali Khan, welcomed the former Prime Minister with a bouquet at the airport. After monitoring her physical condition there, Khaleda Zia may be admitted to a London clinic. An ambulance has been kept ready for this. Earlier, Khaleda Zia's air ambulance left here at 11:45 p.m. on Tuesday. The Airbus made a stopover. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court fixed tomorrow for the next hearing of an appeal filed by BNP Chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia seeking cancellation of a 10-year jail term in Zia Orphanage Trust case. The 5-member bench headed by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed heard the plea in part today and adjourned the hearing till tomorrow. Later, Begum Zia's lawyer briefed media about the hearing. Former Food Minister Advocate Kamrul Islam, former State Minister for ICT Junaid Ahmed Polok and former Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun have been shown arrested in new cases. Police brought them forward before the Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Court in Dhaka today from jail. Later, the investigation officers filed petitions to show them arrested in separate cases filed in the capital, but lawyers of the accused opposed it. After hearing from both the sides, the court granted the petitions and sent the accused to jail. The High Court has granted interim bail to the accused in the case of the death of Bisho Ijtema in Tongi on December 18th. Moreover, the High Court has urged the followers of Maulana Saad and Maulana Zubair to solve the problem through understanding amongst themselves. After the hearing of the case today, the concerned lawyer said this. A mass rally was held today at the central Shohid Minar in the capital, demanding a fair investigation and justice in the BDR carnage. Anti-discrimination student movement central leader Mahin Sarkar, affected BDR members and the families of the jailed BDR personnel addressed the rally. At the rally, speakers called for the immediate release of innocent BDR members from custody, the identification and punishment of those for their carnage, the reinstatement of BDR members who had been fired, and the cancellation of Section UMA of the Reinvestigation Commission in order to conduct an impartial and independent investigation. They also announced that a sit-in program will be observed at the central Shohid Minar until the jailed BDR members are released. Later, they submitted a memorandum to the Chief Advisor at the State Guest House, Jamuna, marching the roads. The anti-discrimination student movement has distributed leaflets at Mirpur and Mohammedpur areas in the capital as part of non-stop program demanding July declaration. The anti-discrimination student movement have distributed leaflets demanding to publish the 7-point July declaration. The leaflet with 7 points mentioning state recognition of July martyrs, treatment of the injured, trial of Awami killers and their accomplices, and the leadership of anti-discrimination student movement is going to people of various professions. Spokesperson of anti-discrimination student movement Umama Fatima and joint convener of Jatiyo Nagorik Committee Ariful Islam Adib distributed the leaflet at Mirpur in the capital. At this time, Umama Fatima said that there won't be any compromise regarding July declaration. She urged the government to publish the July declaration without any delay. Joint convener of Jatiyo Nagorik Committee Ariful Islam Adib highlighted the 7 points of July declaration. Meanwhile, Abdul Hannan Mashood, principal organizer of anti-discrimination student movement, distributed July declaration leaflet among the people belonging to class and profession at Mohammedpur in the capital. At this time, he said that new political thoughts will be established by shunning the old thoughts to build a new future Bangladesh. The public relation campaign of July Declaration began on January 6th and will continue till January 13th. The activities to sell TCB products through Smart Family Cards has started. As a result, the low-income group people will be able to buy goods at subsidized prices in digital methods instead of handwritten papers across the country. A digital card holder will be allowed to purchase 2 liters of edible oil at a rate of Taka 100 per liter, 2 kg of lentil at a rate of Taka 60 per kg and 1 kg of sugar at Taka 70. Commerce advisor Sheikh Boshiruddin inaugurated the initiative in the capital's Stagegah today. He said as many as 63 lakh smart cards have been distributed so far. The purchase activities have to be more transparent and participatory, the advisor added. Sheikh Boshiruddin went on saying that there is no crisis of goods in markets due to liberalization in trade. Potatoes will be stockpiled for the next year at the initiative of the government, he added. Later, the commerce advisor distributed TCB goods among the smart card holders. TCB chairman Brigadier General Mostafa Iqbal and senior officials were present at the time. The government will import 1,75,000 tons of rice from various countries during the current month. Food advisor Ali Imam Mojumdar said this while talking to newsmen at his secretariat office today. He hoped that import of this rice would help reduce price in the market. The decision for importing rice has been taken as there was loss of Amon paddy in various regions due to the flood. The advisor said, adding that excise duty has been withdrawn to facilitate import of rice in the private sector. He informed that meanwhile tender has been finalized for import of 2,50,000 tons of rice. The advisor informed that 1 lakh ton of rice will be imported from Myanmar on G2G basis. On the other hand, he said discussion is going on to bring 50,000 tons of rice from Pakistan. Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mohammad Nahid Islam has urged the officials and employees of the Bangladesh Film Archive BFA to work sincerely to enhance the capacity of the state-run organization. He said this after paying a visit to BFA at the capital today. The advisor visited projection hall, multi-purpose hall, digital lab, film museum, film checking room, film vault and library of the BFA. BFA Director General Mohammad Kamruzzaman, Film Archive Project Director Yaqub Ali, among others, were present. Moving on to international news.